You know you fit in a magazine scene. From your nose and your look good, Deborah. Your skin no marky and stripe up like zebra.
Hey.
Your hand from your act like pepper. Walk through the dance, you are real hot stepper.
Hey.
You know say you have flat belly.
And of course, once again, we're joined by a great artist by the name of Esco, okay? Big shout out to everybody who's loving that one. I hear lots of you are dancing and feeling the vibes once again. Big shout out to you all the time. Right now, we're going to be introducing you to Esco, okay? A pure vibes, pure energy each and every time. So, of course, Esco, you there?
Yeah, man, you know the thing, Mama, you know the no, bless up and manners, respect to everybody listening. You know it's extremely extraordinarily effective. DJKat, it's a great vibe. We're there in Jamaica holding a vibe despite the whole COVID vibe and thing, but it's still good.
Yeah, man, definitely. So you know what? For those who have never heard of you, I don't know why they haven't, but tell us, who is Esco? Tell us.
Well, Esco is a recording artist / producer / songwriter.
Yeah.
Of course, I got my break with the song "Tucky in Your Belly," the song you're just juggling.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And then of course, we've produced a lot of hit juggling compilations. Juggling compilations are like dancehall beats and rhythms.
Yeah.
You know, so I've produced a couple of successful ones of those: the Dem Time the rhythm, the Galore rhythm, the Drop Draws rhythm, and it's been a blessing since then. I'm now signed to Warner Music Group.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For people in the UK, I mean, I've done work with the likes of Bounty Killer, Sean Paul, Sizzler, Stylo G, Jada Kingdom, everybody. You know, we're one of those people that's ingratiated in dancehall from many aspects. You know,
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, you may know me as an artist, you may know some productions, you may know some songs I've written. But, we're just fully ingratiated and in the love for music.
Definitely. So you're just vibing it at the moment. Definitely.
Yeah, we just surround it. We surround sound, we call it.
For real.
Surround sound.
Yeah, man, of course. So you tell us, why is your name called Esco? Where does that name come from?
Well, initially I was in college. I was a fan of the rapper Nas, and his nickname was Esco.
Okay.
So at the time, if for the audience who doesn't know, myself and Left Side, we got started as DJs, selectors. So we played records first.
Yeah, man.
So at that time, we chose that name based off of our role models who were artists already.
Yeah.
So I chose mine based off of the rapper Nas.
Okay, I like that. That's good. I like that, for real.
Yeah, it's not a big sentimental story. It's just one of those simple childhood dreams, and you get into entertainment and you just kind of roll with who you emulate.
Yeah, definitely. And so, how did this journey begin? Did you wake up one day and think, yeah, this is what I want to do? How did it all happen?
Well, we actually have musical family background.
Okay.
So my stepmom, my real mom, which big up my real mom, of course, love her. But my stepmom is Marcia Griffiths, and my dad is Errol Thompson. I have actually a family in the UK right now, which I want to big up. Shoshana, all my cousins and my aunts and stuff.
Yeah.
So my dad was a popular radio disc jockey, and my stepmom is Marcia Griffiths. So thank God, as mature women, they had a good relationship. So my mom allowed me to hang out with my stepmom and my brothers, and that's where I got my musical influence from being around Marcia Griffiths in the early tour days. And yeah, it's history from there.
Wow. I mean, you don't really have to say much. Once you say Marcia Griffiths, it done. It done. Definitely. For real. But you know what? Lots of people know you from that tune that we played, Tuck in Your Belly. Where did that inspiration, the tune, come from?
Fun vibe, friends hanging out, chilling, making jokes.
Yeah.
And a lot of good songs are created that way. And I personally am the kind of creator that I create in many different arenas, around friends, privately. We write some songs, we freestyle some songs. So, that's just something that comes when you're really in love with your craft and you just do it in many different areas and with many different people and with many different vibes.
Yeah, definitely. And so, I mean, we've just got a question coming from a listener. They're asking, how did you and Left Side get together? How did that happen?
We actually met each other because he has musical background. His father is Lloyd Parks, as I'm sure a lot of people know.
Yeah.
So we met firstly on tour with our parents.
Okay.
And then once we discovered that we both had interest as we begun out from there. So it was pretty generic, it's just friends of family.
Yeah, for real, definitely. And so do you guys still link up? Do you still collab with each other?
Collaboration, no.
Okay.
We're cool enough, we understand the journey, and that, each man has to go his way at some point. People have different visions, you know what I'm saying? So we're cool in the street. I mean, collaboration has not been something that's been put forward, and I feel like we're both on our solo journeys, regardless. I mean, you might see stuff in the media, but it's not anything here to buy into. I mean, we're grown adults and we understand music, and coming from the lineage of music that we're coming from, we have no room for any impurities.
Yeah, for real. Definitely. And that's good to hear. I'm glad that you're still friends, still together. I like that still.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of what you do business-wise, I mean, even if we're not friends per se, I mean, it's good that we can respect each other, continue along the journey, pay homage to the time that we spend growing and learning amongst one another, you know what I mean? And I'm personally grateful for that and for the time spent, so.
For real, most definitely. And earlier you mentioned that you've produced for the likes of Buju Banton, Vibes Cartel, Bounty Killer, Sean Paul, and the list continues and continues. Yes. How does that happen? Okay, you're doing this for the greats. I know you're family of the greats, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't just come to you just because you're a member of a family member. How does that work?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. And for the people on the ground, on the street, for young producers, people who are trying to get into the industry, it's all about time spent.
Okay.
Just like anything else, you know what I mean? You have a goal, you pursue it, you spend time. Of course, you got to get into the circles. You make your talent speak for you. Sometimes you have to give of yourself. You give beats. You write songs for guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's various ways you make sure you ingratiate your thing with people, but it's just like anything else. You spend time on it, and you aim up, and you fire, and you connect.
Yeah, definitely. And one thing I wanted to ask you is, what kind of support is there, well, in particular JA, because that's where you are at the moment, for when you reach fame? When people get to know you and you're constantly surrounded by media, by this, by that, is there any support out there? And how did you cope with it and do cope with it?
Support from what standpoint, may I ask?
So just in any way, like, I don't know, a group, or, you guys are big producers, big artists out there, or is it just normal in Jamaica?
Okay, well, I mean, what I will say is this: part of what makes dancehall the art form it is, and part of what makes the dancehall artist the consummate dancehall artist, is the ability to handle the industry. The industry comes with certain ups and downs, ins and outs, and the ability to handle that and still execute and carry out your craft well is what makes you a good dancehall artist. So I wouldn't say there are a lot of groups that support it, but artists out here kind of know the methodology behind how you kind of come up through this industry, how you make it. We have entourages, we have people we trust, we have the mentorship of other artists. You know what I'm saying? Dancehall is a very good and wholesome industry behind the scenes. It seems like a lot of melee, and in some cases it is, but you do have a lot of support within the industry. So I would say most of the support comes from already established artists and producers who pass it down.
Yeah, for real. And what is your thoughts about dancehall at the minute? Are you liking what's coming out? Do you think we can improve? What are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, do you love your life, Kat?
Of course. Of course.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, I'm always a lover of dancehall, you know what I mean? Dancehall is our life. I'm very enthusiastic about the new talent. I mean, do we need direction here and there? Do we need some organization here and there? Yeah, but we've always been a very prolific and raw genre that somehow comes out with it figured out, and you know what I mean? And evolution is a must, and I just feel like it's always exciting with dancehall. We create trends, we like to entertain people. Our music is very street friendly, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I feel like ways potential dancehall.
For real. Definitely. I think as well, because there has been so much kind of limelight recently, well, I say recently, in regards to the responsibility of artists. What's your thoughts about it?
Well, I mean, to whom much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
I will say that firstly, but at the same time, you know, the unreasonable man, the people who believe in the impossible, the people who try new things are really the people who push the borders, and dancehall has a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So with regards to that, I would say everything needs guidance, but at the same time, everything needs its own room to blossom. You feel me? So, you know, I feel like the helper dancehall needs, or if there is any help that's necessary, would be from a more structural standpoint, if you feel what I say.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? So from that standpoint, I feel like I'm not worried about the talent, but the structure have room to grow.
Yeah, for real. And you know what? This next question is kind of an open question, but what would you like to achieve, you know, for yourself? What are your goals for, say, I don't know, 5 years? What are you saying?
Yeah, you know, first of all, I'd have to say I'm so grateful and blessed and thankful that I have achieved what I've achieved so far. Kat,
For real.
I'm even here talking to you. That's an honor.
Blessings.
You know? And so from now, I would just, you know, love to inspire, you know, other producers, other artists. I love to share my talents. I feel like, you know, yeah, there's more money to be earned. The money can never be too much, but, you know, there is a mark that I want to leave on the planet. There's more history that I want to make. I mean, as the producer of the only Bounty Killer Beanie Man collaboration, I don't know if the fans knew that I am a producer and co-writer of the only Bounty Killer Beanie Man collaboration. And, you know, I have other things working on. There's Bounty Killer's album coming up, King of Kingston. I'm signed to Warner Brothers. You know, a lot of stuff going on. So in 5 years, I would see myself just as more of a dancehall column.
Okay.
Is the best way I can put it.
I like that still. That's good, man.
Yeah, because it's not really all about achievement, babes. It's not really all about achievement. A lot of it is about accomplishment and, you know, spreading that joy and doing what you think you are here to, you're put on this earth to do.
Definitely. And you know what? Speaking of that, as an artist, you're an artist and you're a producer. What can you say to the youth coming up now, all across the world that are locked in? What would you say to them as some advice?
Don't let anyone tell you that you can't be multi-talented, versatile, a master of many things.
For real.
That's what I would say to anyone, and whoever resonates with it, I go resonate with, because I'm sure you have people who specialize, but I feel like for far too long, people in music haven't been recognized enough for being broad, for wanting to do many things, not necessarily wanting to be the headline act every year. Some people want to write, they want to produce, they want to have a label, they want to have a studio, they want to have a business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say to the younger youths, them, let's train the fans to understand that we're well bad, we're well versatile, we have a lot of things in our mind, we have a lot of creativity, and we want to get that out. Yeah,
for real, definitely. And you know, one thing I wanted to ask you, you know, we've lost so many greats, from Lee Scratch Perry, Bunny Wailer, U-Roy, Toots and the Maytals, and the list continues. I wanted to know, what impact did those greats have on you as a producer and an artist?
Immense. To put it in one word, you know what I'm saying? It's we you know, we listen to those generals' music, we sample it, we gain influence from their melodies. You know, I mean, I've been privileged to meet a few of them, you know, travel with them, run jokes, hold vibes. You know, they show, we learn what the true essence of a Caribbean or a Jamaican or a dancehall star or a reggae star is about. We learn from those guys. We learn class. We learn how to transcend to people. There's so much we get from it, Kat. I mean, I could go on and on. You know what I mean?
Definitely. But you know what? I always think and know for a fact they always live with us, because they're never ever gonna be completely gone, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and you know, that's it. To flip the pages back to what you asked me about where I want to be in 5 years. I mean, just in general, it's what those elders and those generals have showed us, is that you really want to use your music to leave a mark on this planet.
Yeah. Definitely, most definitely. Can't disagree with that. And you know,
Yeah, man.
we've got another question come through from a listener. They're asking me, what is your, say, top 3 to 5 tunes that you're listening to right now?
My top 3 to 5 tunes that I'm listening to right now. I'm listening to Essence with Wizkid and Thames.
Okay.
I'm listening to J Balvin.
Okay.
His new album just came out.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some let me scroll. Let me just make sure I'm running back through my playlist right now. I'm listening to Vibes Cartel Bond for this.
Yes.
Because you know, as they teach a new album out, that's one of our generational leaders. We have to listen and see. You know what I mean? What one of our great creative minds I deal with.
Definitely.
Right, and then other than that, top 5, I would say I'm listening to some Chronics.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm listening to some Chronics, and from a dancehall perspective, I listen a lot of Skillibeng. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. You know what?
That's one of the new school artists that, as an artist and a producer,
yeah.
it's like I just like the difference of what he's, the difference.
For real. And one of the artists I wanted to ask you about was Jackal. What are you thinking about him?
Well, Jackal is someone that I fully support.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean, I think he's actually doing something that I've wanted to see in dancehall for a long time, which is he's really connecting the bridge between the brothership, cause we're not going brotherhood.
Yeah.
The brothership of dancehall and hip hop. And that's what I think he represents. And I'm actually doing some work with him.
Okay.
He's a good artist. He's a great artist, and I think, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Should keep an eye on him, because at the end of the day, the evolution is in process.
Yeah, you know what? We have spoken a few times, me and Jackal, and he's got a nice energy, a nice vibe. The rawness is definitely there.
Yeah.
For real.
And I feel like, as I said to you, that's one thing that we always have in dancehall. That's true to dancehall, and it's good that he's here on the ground putting in that work, and it's full time that people realize that creativity not really rests on any one soil.
Yeah. Definitely.
I think we know that now. It's similar to the project I have with Gold Sachs Records. It's like this new song we have is like overseas producers and local artists, but it's still one dancer.
For real.
So it doesn't really matter where you're doing the music from, as long as you're authenticated and what you're doing is real.
Definitely. Can't go wrong with that. But what's next for you? What can the listeners expect from Esco, or can they see you on?
Well, to be honest, Kat, as I spoke about, I have this new song out called Dream Team, which is, produced by Gold Sachs Records. It's really a song about paying homage to, the people who have been around me.
Yeah.
People have been supporting me and supporting my diversity. You know what I mean? People need to pay homage to their team and thing on. So that's about to come out right now. It's released and we're about to shoot a video. But separate and aside from that, I don't know if the fans or if you would understand this when an already established artist says this, but I almost want to get discovered again, Kat.
Okay. I hear what you're saying.
It's almost like, I don't mind pressing the reset button, getting back down in competitive with all the new people out, with all the new beats out, with all the new, you know what I mean? I love that. I love where dancehall is at. I love that it keeps moving, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of new talent out that's fresh. So right now, the fans can look for me to just reinvent, rejuvenate, and just stay true to my name, which is shocking them all over again. Esco the Shocker.
Definitely. And you know what? I can see you doing something with Spice. I don't know why, but I can see it.
I love you, girl. I love you. I love you. Put it out there, put it out there, because I've already put my word out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Spice is one of our premier ambassadors. We love her. She's a great spirit, great person to be around. She's been to our studio. She give everybody strength. You know what I mean? That's really the queen.
Definitely.
That's really the queen, because she really, opens up herself. No pun intended, to you know, to really support everybody in dancehall. So I really want to do a track with her again, and you know, I'm glad you put it out there, girl.
Definitely, it's in the universe now.
Something big in the pipeline.
Definitely. And of course, how can people connect with Esco? How can that happen?
Well, you know, I mean, I'm on all the platforms. You can Google me, Esco the Shocker, ESCODASHOCKER.
Yeah.
You get me? I say, let me warn the people. I work hard, so I'm not very social.
Okay.
But you can find me, you can reach out to me, you can see what's up. You know what I say? And just understand this, that you're gonna know there's a lot of work that's out there that's gonna come out that you may not know.
Mm-hmm.
But let that be the interesting thing about me. You know, let that be the interesting thing about this guy. It's like, damn, what has he done?
Yeah. For real. Definitely, I like that still. But you know what? This part, I always ask an artist either if they want to sing a little something for the listeners, if you want to say a little something. What are you thinking?
Well, overall, we just want to big up Gold Sachs Records. You know what I mean? We want to big up all of the UK. We want to big up all my family over there. We want to big up all of the yardy them overseas and make money. You understand?
Yeah.
Millions are the dream for the team. Mansions build up at car driving. Bag of plans and at money scheme. Even Jim said crazy how we making the cream. Cause we nah live broke, nah live broke. Nah live down, we a live up. Nah live down, nah live up. Big truck, tint up. Yo, we team wants to cashier. Daily like a cashier. Shine when we appear. Girl them in a pair. Chopper them a chop here. Dreader than lock here. Too much money for the clothes them we are wear. You don't know, big up yourself.
Hey. Every time. You know what, Esco? It's been a blessing and a joy. I remember listening to your tunes when I was a kid, and now I'm speaking to you, so it's definitely a blessing and a vibe. So keep the positive work. I'm feeling the energy for real. And you know what? You're going to get that tune with spice. You're going to get that tune with spice. I can feel it.
Yeah, man, girl. Give thanks, man. I mean, you know the thing, I appreciate it to the fullest. You know, it got forever young.
Anytime. Bless up. Speak to you soon, okay?
Yes, fam. Bless.
All right, bless up, bless. Yes, people, please do go out there and support Esco. Go and check him out. Go see what it's all about. Definitely pure vibes, pure energy each and every time. And you know what? Quite a few of you are asking me to play that tune once again. So big shout out to all those locked in and feeling the vibes. This one is Tuck in Your Belly. Here we go.
My girl, tuck in your belly. I beg you, tuck in your belly. How will you go with that, man? Tuck in your